It's 8:06 and it's 85 degrees.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Island Sea.
Welcome to hot day. I knew something. I knew
It
something.
doesn't feel that bad outside though.
Are you kidding me? No, but I walked. Remember? But
Well,
I mean, my body's now attuned to after 7 in the morning. It has never been that hot. So the first thing I did was check the temperature.
Really?
85 degrees.
but I woke up and in my head I was like, it doesn't feel as bad as maybe yesterday, the day before.
Yeah.
Saturday was crazy.
Yeah.
So I didn't even check the temperature. I was just like, kind of looks overcast. Doesn't feel that bad.
I knew something was wrong because I was like running with sweat.
Really?
Yeah, when I got to Baker's Corner, I said, when
see
I
what
left
the
home, I
temperature
was
is, right?
starting to like something. I said, is it me? It's really hot. It's when I got down to my convent and I checked. I said, oh no wonder,
Pretty humid.
85 degrees.
Yeah.
Well, let me see what the humidity is. But yeah, it's pretty hot.
Well, you know what? You know
Yeah,
what season we're in.
I feel like I'm in Toronto or something, or New York during the summer, because it gets really hot. I mean, it gets much hotter than it does down here. You know, it's funny how people have all these stereotypes about Canada, for example. It gets way hotter in Canada in the summer. I mean, I remember like heat waves in May, where they'll all have to sleep in the basement.
Good grief.
Serious? Yeah, that's how hot. That's how hot it would get. Because the basement is always cool.
You found it? What's the temp?
Let me see. AccuWeather. Let me see what they are saying about. Okay, it's 82 degrees. Well, they're saying 82 degrees. Weather Channel is saying 85. Oh, the real feel is 90. Oh my God. Let me see. I'm looking for the humidity.
I think I was.
Oh, today. Wow, the temperature for
Staying in
today.
my
Oh my
ignorance.
God, the temperature for today. No. Actually, what I just gave you, the temperature for today is going to be 92, and it's going to feel like 103.
Yeah, I was happier in my ignorance. I'm sorry. Why did you burst my bubble?
Yeah, it's hot, right?
No, I was thinking that it was cooler.
No,
and
it's not.
if my mind was thinking that, that's what my body was gonna attune to. Now you just burst my bubble.
Oh my God, humidity is 84%.
No way.
Oh my God, indoor humidity 84% as well. Oh my God, so I mean, damn.
My goodness.
Wow.
I'm staying indoors today. AC.
Why? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit uncomfortable
And
today.
and they even give you a breakdown for the next. Oh my God, the next 4
Next
hours.
4 hours.
82. It's gonna be 82 degrees at about midday, and then it's gonna get to 92 at some point. Oh my God.
We have been having little intervals of rain.
Yeah.
Hint, hint,
Which is
rain.
nice,
Feel
yeah.
free to
See, weather channel is saying 85. But that was AccuWeather before. So let me see. Okay, at 9 a.m. it's going to be 88 degrees.
AccuWeather and Weather Channel are not in agreement. Are they off by?
Yeah, but yeah, at the end of it all, they all end up being about right. They would probably use slightly different computers, slightly different computer models, but generally they're pretty much like they might be like a degree off.
Just a degree.
Yeah.
What did you do this weekend? Are any of your children graduating? Did any of them graduate?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, they both did.
Like going to another school?
No, another class.
Or just another class?
Yeah.
Because this weekend seemed to be the
My
weekend
daughter
for
was second in
all
the class.
congrats.
But my son, they haven't told me yet. So.
That's the one that's obsessed with the Sing Kids channel, right? Which one of
Well,
them?
no,
One of them
YouTube.
that
He likes
looks
to
at-
watch. He likes to. So much like me, God, reading the atlas. At that, yeah, reading, poring
This
over
is
the
a good
atlas.
thing.
Yeah, watching obsessively watching St. Kitts News videos over and over on YouTube, and then so I was telling him,
We will take that compared
Yeah,
to
of
some
course,
of the
of
reality
course.
shows that children
But then-
out there are looking at.
but then I said you need to. I said, well, why don't you watch some of the others? Because after you watch them, the others come up as well, right? So I said, why don't you watch something on like Trinidad or something? And he said, I know those already.
Oh, stand corrected.
So, you know.
Put you in your
Well,
place.
I know.
But this weekend was a weekend full of proms and graduations and everything.
It was
It
certainly.
was a busy weekend for event planners.
Yeah, I happened to see this event. This event planner over here. Yesterday, Jamster, and she was on her face.
Oh, that was
She was.
Where was it?
It was the back of OJ. I saw her, and she was transitioning to her next event.
So it was next door.
No.
I was
gonna say you're lucky.
What was I finishing up breaking down of one and going on to another one?
Oh,
yeah, because I think Dean Glassford Primary had their graduation yesterday. I don't even know who else. I think Seventh-day Adventist. That uniform looked like Seventh-day Adventist.
I'm not sure.
There were quite a few graduations yesterday, but then this weekend they had.
I didn't even realize that.
Tucker Clark had their little graduation dinner. Oh. I noticed that's a new thing that they're doing now. The primary schools are doing like a mini prom almost.
Yeah, I saw some persons putting up posts about their attire and saying. At one point in time, I saw a post where they said,
totally unnecessary.
They have to get the clothing for the children and everything like that.
But you're starting off so young. Remember when it just used to be graduation and then you go home?
Yeah, and then after. But I think we were in the session. We were there. You were there for prom, right? You had prom in yours.
I did prom at high school and prom at sixth form.
Oh, you had prom at sixth form?
Yeah, but this is when you do prom.
Well, no. Fifth form. Sorry.
No, I did prom in high school, and I actually did. I think it was the guy I was dating. I did his sixth form prom, and then did I have a sixth form prom?
But we're in we're in sixth form prom. We're in sixth.
Well,
sixth form prom.
Yeah. When you were in sixth form, was it already separated from the college?
It was up at CFBC.
Okay.
Okay, interesting.
So I had 2 sweet proms. Yeah. Well, but you're not accustomed. For me, I think this is like a new thing. Is it new this year where the primary schools are doing these graduation dinners and they get all dressed up like if it's prom type of thing?
But the preschools do it too. I found out that.
The preschools?
Yes.
I'm sure that perhaps very shortly the primary schools are going to have prom as well.
The graduation dinner is just like prom. You should have seen the outfits.
Don't be surprised if postnatal, when you're ready to take the baby home, there's a graduation for that.
Well, there's a push present.
I mean, it's getting ridiculous now. Huh?
Yeah.
Push presents.
Because all you really need to do is have a best dressed male and female at the dinner, and basically that's.
Why are we doing this?
It's a waste of money.
I feel like it's expensive on parents.
Exactly. What I mean, and then
now you've already I saw some of the little girls, and when I say little, I mean like they're now coming out of grade 6 to go into high school with makeup and nails on, and I was just like,
what?
I just kind of stood there shocked.
And it's not full of because eyelashes. Let me guess.
Lord, no, I didn't see any. Thank heavens. Snuffleupagus. I love Snuffy, but it's insane. Like I just feel and when I'm looking at it, my staff and I'm like, boy, let me not say anything. I don't have any children, but I feel like it's a little bit too early to be going down that road. But if it's a graduation dinner, and I put that in quotes, then fine, it's a graduation dinner. But
hey, let's take a call. Let's see what this person has to say. Island T. Okay, I guess they'll call back. You can always call back. But yeah, here they are. Island T, you're on.
Hello, good morning, good people.
Hey,
good morning. How are you?
I'm listening to you all as usual, you know. Because I always keep two boxes of Q-tips close to me, one on me left and one on me ear. Now, I heard you at the latest. I heard you all talking about these prom business. Where this come from? America, England, or the Caribbean?
It's an American thing, more than
America.
All right. The next thing they're going to follow suit with America now is that little children as small as, what I call them, 5 and 6 and all that kind of thing, you know? You're allowed to go to school with anything in your bag without being searched. That is bad.
Heaven forbid we get to that place.
Yeah.
Definitely, I like that. Forbid that we get there. But as long as we like to follow suit the argument, we go reach there.
Yeah, I feel like it might be a dangerous precedent, but I really hope that I'm wrong.
No, you ain't wrong. You hope it ain't wrong, but we copy too much things, man. In our days, when we go in school, I mean, things changes every day. Our prom used to be the last Friday in school. Well, I'm bang off, you know, because I'm going home and he ain't going to see me in school to knock me back.
And I think in my day, like you used to write on the shirts. Remember, you come
yeah,
home.
you're
Oh
right.
God, I
Yeah,
hated to see
the
that.
Oh
last-
yeah.
the
yeah.
I'm a
last
knit
they write
freak,
on the
so
shirt.
like that writing and shirting was not for me.
But you know,
I agree with all you.
I mean, I think it's a sense of excitement with the high school prom, and you know, it's creativity. I think it's an opportunity for persons to get a little business to
Oh, I have
the
no
designers
issues
and
with the high
everything.
school proms.
Yeah.
It's not the high school proms we were
I know,
discussing.
yeah.
And sometimes some of those children, just to prepare and go to the prom, they want the father give them more money than the father working for per day,
Yeah, proms
They
are
could be
racking up quite a
expensive,
bit now.
yeah.
Even the dresses, like some of the
I passed
dresses
through
that
that
I've seen.
experience, sorry. I
Uh-huh.
passed through that experience. Well, anyway, Lord, we all have to pray that the weather could come cool and you see, I blame Jamster because he come down from the cold after me.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Alaska for 18 months, Anchorage.
Wow.
Okay.
What was that
I,
like?
I love it, man, because I prefer my body to be cool and hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
And the place is so hot this time that people could save on the propane gas these days.
Boy.
All you have to do, put your pot with your food
Outside, right?
and put it outside.
It is very hot.
Yeah.
Yes,
it is.
and then you still have to hold the pot with a piece of cloth so that you don't get burned. Place is so hot.
Yes.
It's a bit
Oh,
unbearable.
we
indeed.
thank God a little bit of rainfall last week, and we should get a little bit more this week.
Yes, fingers crossed that we do.
Yeah.
But like Jamster said, when you don't experience things for yourself, sometimes you made to look foolish. All my life growing up, I've been hearing people say, "Boy, Alaska dark all day, all night, all wrong up there, black. They don't have no sun." I said, "What stupid is people talking? People live up there." And so when I reach in the night, and first place we stop by a gas station. And I said to myself, "Wait, how this up here black and dark? And look here," and then in the morning, there goes the sun. I said, "Well, you have to go and see things for yourself."
Yes.
And up to when I come back down from up there, people still telling me that up there black. I said, "Well, you went up there, go see."
Good question. Good question.
People sometimes, when people come with the ignorance, you got to listen carefully and assess what they're saying and pick out the sense out of nonsense. And then go and check for yourself.
Agreed.
But
And
anyway,
now
you all
in
be
this
careful. Don't
information
touch
age-
no metal today with your all hand, and especially your skin. Otherwise, you're going to get blister.
Boy, listen, I'm going to try to stay indoors as much as possible.
I actually did that last night when I was baking.
Okay. So
When I was
say when
cooking.
you are propane gas.
You know, the shelf in the oven.
Thank you. Good looking
Okay.
out.
Yeah,
Have
okay,
a good one
culture.
today.
Thank you.
So that was a cultural icon.
Yeah.
Was that Jamster saying that he was baking last night?
Yeah, and you know,
Well,
you know how we get
no.
here.
I was doing, dinner. It was, what? I did.
We're listening.
No,
He came
I
out these
it's-
baking and cooking episodes. Nothing.
and I pull out the
Nothing comes in
thing.
here.
Oh, you got burned.
Just.
Oh, wow.
just a
That
little
should have been a
touch,
hint
yeah.
to bring us a piece of whatever you were baking.
I was just doing fries.
The stove.
I thought it was banana bread or
Mm.
something.
Sweet potato fries. I was gonna do banana bread, but maybe later.
Oh wow.
If I do any, I might bring some for
We're gonna
y'all.
leave the audience as our witness. You guys heard it here first.
Which else? It depends on how I feel this afternoon. Because I was gonna do it last night, actually.
But
You know.
it's pretty hot to be baking.
But you did ask me
Yeah.
what I was doing. I was watching the track and field. I was watching the Jamaica Nationals and the USA Nationals. So
Sharika and Shakari, you looked at those races?
yeah,
Oh, Shakari's doing well, isn't she?
yeah, She came second.
Good
Oh
bounce
my
back.
God.
Yeah.
It
Gabby.
seems as though she's settling down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gabby. My God, Gabby Thomas.
Where's
Blew-
Gabby from?
The
US?
US. Yeah, she blew everyone away.
What race was she in? I didn't
200.
look at any of them.
200.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And
she,
was
I just saw like
she has the
highlights.
world lead now. Thing had the world lead up to the day before.
Was Shakari in
Sharika.
that-
Sharika?
Yeah.
So Gabby broke Sharika's record?
No, the world lead, meaning the fastest
lead,
time
okay.
for the year. The fastest time for the year in that particular event.
You gotta see who this Gabby person is.
Gabby Thomas.
I
really
remember
pretty.
hearing
She's,
the name. I think she ran in the last female.
She's from Harvard. She's in Harvard. She's studying what's it?
I know who you mean because there was like a comment like,
Biochemistry or
you
something.
hardly
She's really
ever
pretty.
see anybody in those fields and from that school
From
excel
that
in
school, yeah.
athletics. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it now.
And she has a Jamaican dad.
Oh.
Well.
Yeah.
And
she
say less.
did I say she's super hot?
Yeah, she's hot.
Yes.
She is.
Gabby. Yes.
And
So,
she's-
Jamster, somebody is saying on the chat, Jamster Bacon, send help.
Baking what?
Somebody on the chat, Jamster Bacon, send help.
oh God.
So
If
you know
if
what you have to do,
anything-
right?
I think if anything, it'll work the other way around.
No. So you know what you have to do? You have to bring us what you bake so that we can know.
I'm gonna be a cocky bastard now.
Oh, Lord have
Any
mercy.
baking going on, I should be sent to help some people.
You don't even know who
I
made
said
the
it.
comment.
I said it.
So, guys, in the news, it says that St. Kitts government announces new initiatives to stir economic activities.
Oh, boy. Let's
Yes, and it says that the St. Kitts Nevis government says it will extend the deadline for various taxes as it pursues several efforts to relieve financial pressures on importers and businesses so that they can, as to encourage economic activity throughout the Twin Island Federation. The government said in response to the persistent financial challenges that businesses confront, it has decided to extend the temporary tax rate reductions for businesses, extend the temporary reduction in the excise tax, and reduce the average freight charges at the 2019 price cap for importers. Prime
of?
Minister,
Is it effective immediately?
let's see. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew said that these initiatives are part of his administration's ongoing economic recovery plan, which will greatly benefit importers, businesses, and households. And he said, according to the government, the temporary tax cuts of the corporate income tax from 33 to 25% and the unincorporated business tax from 4% to 2%, which were set to expire on June 30th, will now be extended for an additional 6 months until December 31st, 2023. It is said that the reductions were initially implemented to assist businesses during a period of economic instability caused by COVID-19 pandemic.
I guess the thinking is
We'll take it.
to offset the
Yeah.
inflation in terms, because you see how a lot of prices have gone up.
Yeah.
He tells
I
you.
mean,
I think these taxes were reduced since the last administration.
Yeah,
They were.
But they're just
extending
extended
it,
now.
yeah.
Because one of them was UBT, right?
Yeah,
Unincorporated
because I
business
remember
taxes.
during that time,
what's UBT?
Unincorporated
Oh,
business
yeah.
tax.
Okay.
I remember during that time, that was one of the initiatives
Yes.
that, Dr.
They did the
Timothy Harry
50%,
has.
Reduction for COVID.
Yeah.
So it took it down to 2%.
Yeah. So to me, these are just things that are just
Well,
extended.
they extended them.
Mhm.
Thank
Well,
heavens.
thankfully,
We'll take it.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
good.
take it.
But there's one thing, and I know Dr. Drew is, I get the impression he's passionate about his first profession, which is
Health.
medicine, right?
Mhm.
There was a story on WINNMedia on the weekend. You remember that there was a shooting in Keon?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I actually spoke about this before. Nobody listens to me. Now listen to this. Tell me if I'm making sense. One of the collateral victims of that shooting, she got a graze, right? I think her leg got grazed with a bullet. Now she's in Keon.
Yeah.
Now why did she have to go to the JNF? My thing is, if you're gonna call these places hospitals,
They should be able to.
there should be full hospitals, because I'm thinking it's a lot closer to Molyneux from Keon than it
Yeah.
is from Keon. In fact, the two people should have been able to go to Mary Child's
Yeah.
and get the works.
Yeah.
If you're gonna call them hospitals, right? So Dr. Drew, I think that's something you need to look into. I'm not saying obviously there are gonna be things that you're gonna have to go to. I'm not saying put an MRI and all that down at Mary
But you're
Child's.
saying for a graze, you should be able to.
But even a gunshot victim should be able to. So there should be a full emergency room there
Yeah.
as well. maybe even a full operating theater.
I mean, to be quite honest, when you go to the others as well, the one in Sandy Point and the one in Molyneux, especially the one in Molyneux, you don't feel like a hospital. You feel like maybe an advancement to a health center. Yes.
I've never visited any, so honestly,
never been.
You don't have that. Like with the JNF, at least you feel like the hospital.
So I think I feel like that's something that should be done, because if you're gonna call them hospitals,
I think actually even down in Sandy Point by Paxson, I think they call it the Paxson Medical Center. I think that's why it has on the.
Well, that's a semantic difference without a real difference.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
A medical center is just another way of saying hospital.
Yeah.
You know?
So I mean, I agree with your point. I mean, we have to seriously upgrade, and healthcare is one of them that we need to upgrade, definitely. In fact, I think when it comes to the ministry, I always tell persons off record that I think the Ministry of Health should be just one minister. Like that minister focuses on health.
Yeah, because health
is a big ministry.
I agree.
To have health and other ministries,
it's a lot.
But it's good. It's good to see that you have a prime minister who is a physician, who's actually interested in being the minister of health. So that's good. Unlike certain other people.
But that's why I honestly feel like they're overwhelmed, because he has finance, he has health, he
national
has
security.
Yeah. All of those are big portfolios.
Yeah, national security, and all of them are. All of them are very active in terms of national security. You have the crime situation,
which is why the prime minister, I think, has the prime minister. I'm thinking has the thing to have full ministers of state for some of those ministries.
Yeah, I think they should all have junior ministers.
Yeah. Like, for example, I feel like you know what I always say about finance, and probably like Candisie saying the same thing for health. Probably should have. We have 2 calls. Let's see what they're saying. Island T, you're on.
Yeah, good morning to you guys, man. How you guys doing?
Hi, what's good? How are you doing?
Good, thanks. You?
Yeah, just the little narrative there about the recent shooting in Keon, and the victim should have been able to go to the closest hospital. I mean, we've seen these increases in these violent crimes or whatever, gunshots, whatever. So why don't they just equip an ambulance, a mobile service?
But my point was
but
my point was Mary Charles has ambulances. My point was, if you have an ambulance, if you have a hospital that's closer to the victims, you shouldn't have to be going to the hospital that's furthest away. So the ambulance would come from the.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
But they should just go ahead and equip an ambulance with the capability to deal with these gunshot wounds on site.
But I think that money would be better spent.
Like a mobile service.
No, but I think that money is better spent on the hospitals, because what happens?
You can have both.
Well, you can have both, but you already do, because the ambulances do. They have to do the triage thing.
No, he's saying like a mobile hospital.
Stabilization.
Maybe
I'm just saying that is the ambulance just going to pick them up and transporting them back to the hospital? I mean, the ambulance should be equipped on board to deal with them on site and create that mobile service.
But what I'm saying, that already happens.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I mean,
they don't just stick you on a gurney and do nothing. They're actually trying to stabilize you on the way to the hospital.
I mean, going beyond stabilizer. I mean, if they need to have an immediate surgery, by the time they get to I know they had incidents, by the time they get to the hospital, they pronounce death. So on site, right there, they need to be able to treat and deal with these, situations right on site.
Okay.
I'm trying to add to your point.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from.
That's a small contribution I wanted to make, man. But you guys have a good day.
Okay, great. You too.
Thank you.
It's 8:30, so we're getting ready for traffic talk. The officer is here is ready, so let's do this.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to.
Attention all drivers, it's time for Traffic Talk. And Traffic Talk is brought to you by Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Good morning, officer.
Good morning, Jamson. How are you?
I'm doing good. Looks like you had a good weekend.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Nice, we can see it. Hope it spilled over into Monday. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you, Candy?
I am great. Thank
And
you for
Azard?
asking.
I'm good. Thank you so much.
I missed you last week, Candy.
Aw, I missed being here, but it couldn't be helped.
Okay.
Sometimes the other job kind of gets a little bit
Yes.
too much.
Yes, so this morning we're talking about traffic accidents. Because we have seen an increase in traffic accident and also the fatality for the year so far.
Wow. Yes.
We have over 600 accidents from January to present.
No. Hold up.
Yes.
What?
600 accidents.
Over 600.
Over. I'm not
And
surprised.
that is only in St. Kitts. I'm not speaking about Nevis.
We only
division.
at the 10th day of July? Isn't it
Yes.
the 10th?
Haven't you seen those on the road?
I had to question what day we at.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, guys, y'all need to really slow it down.
Mm-hmm.
600.
Over 600.
Over 600.
Yes. In 1 week, not 1 week. Yeah, 1 week. Traffic alone had over 20 something.
What's happening?
Wow. It's
And
crazy.
these are, we're going to have to break this down. In terms of male, female, age, what's happening?
I won't be
out
able to
there?
tell you right now, but we had over 20 something in 1 week. That was week before.
And the number of fatalities, though, I think it is alarming, especially when you look at how many persons have died as a result of collision
Still not
from.
stopping.
Yeah.
Speeding.
Yeah.
And speeding is one of the most common cause of fatality. Because once you speed, you don't have control, full control of that vehicle.
Yeah.
When time for you to brake, you don't have that.
I always say
Effectiveness.
that, like, you don't know if your brake's gonna give out on you. You don't know the ability of the person in front of you, the
Yeah.
person coming towards you, the person behind you. Like, what's happening? If you're late, you're already late.
You can't be
can't
late,
be early.
Okay, let's put that number in perspective. 600 plus.
Over. Yeah.
Over 6, yeah,
Yes.
600 plus. So how many major, how many minor?
I wouldn't be able to tell you right now,
Okay.
but I know we have 4 fatality.
4 fatalities.
Yes, and I think
okay.
last year we had about 5 for the whole year.
Are we already at 4 in July?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, come on, come on.
So traffic is appealing to the general public, the motorists. Drive with caution. Be cautious when you're driving. Remember, you're driving for you and the other person.
I don't understand what's happening. I don't even understand. The thing is, like, you see these accidents and you think that it would be a deterrent, because sometimes you see them and you can actually see what happened. This person lose a limb, somebody might have passed, and you know the news gets around.
Yes.
So you would have heard, okay, this person died in this accident, but it's still not having any effect.
I think it comes to your psyche that, you know, it happened to someone else, but it can't happen to me, kind of psychological development, you know, that
Do you guys
different.
do you guys do any analysis on maybe whether certain locales are for whatever reason, hotspots for accidents. Like for example, I know up by the new light on Wellington Road used to be one. I guess maybe because the light might be different now.
Yes, the light changed it, yes.
Yeah, okay.
You mean the roundabout right here?
By Wellington Road.
Yeah.
By the gas station.
By the gas station. Okay. Is that still a hotspot? Where are some of the hotspots?
Well, can't say really. Not right now.
I've seen quite a few in my area, like heading to my office. They had at least 3 or 4 of them by Rams in camps.
Oh, the roundabout down there, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
And Central Bank roundabout.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Is it that they're not using the roundabout properly, or just speed and then they lose control?
But I can't say. I think some of them, when they're supposed to give way, they think it's safe to go ahead. And at that time, my next vehicle is on top of them.
And somebody also messaged me, like I was saying, even before traffic talk started, that people are not obeying the traffic lights. It's red. Red means stop.
Yes.
Not because you're not seeing anything coming that you can tell the person to go. The light is saying red, stop. And people still don't understand the light at the top by saying cash and carry. Because if you are in the turning lane, you don't have to stop.
No, once in that lane, no.
The light doesn't apply to you.
Yeah.
We have a call.
Once there's no
you wanna take a
oncoming
call?
traffic.
Right, once it's safe to proceed.
You want to take a call, Sophie?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Traffic talk. You're on the air.
Good morning, Jamster, Azard, and Candice, and my boss.
Yes.
Morning.
Good morning, POW.
The police without
I'm
pay.
good, man. I'm good. As usual. Police cannot be here, there, and everywhere.
So true, huh?
There are some what you call lazy, unconcerned, but getting paid police. They see a lot of things what you're talking about. Speeding, do not respect people on the crosswalk when the people have the right to go across when the white man come on. And they're still speeding up. And when the person, pedestrian, have to say, you didn't see us on the crosswalk, it's a big 4-letter word they're giving the person, and they're laughing and they're gone. So I am saying to the Commissioner of Police, listen to Sergeant Henry and are we, who does call in, are we, not us. We are talking about the complaint. Too many complaints for little small things like this. Over 600. Come on, brother. Too many police standing up around the place in Bastille where they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be out there on the road. Just like you, Miss Henry, when you leave there, you're going to check out the complaints that things that you heard on the radio that need to be fixed. But you see what happened to a lot of them younger ones? All they're concerned about, I get my job because I got 2 subjects. And are you the in your long time? Go home, are you old? Them kind of foolish. But the older people, them, they have love and passion and concern for the country and people's life, and they are enforcing the law. And I wish that all the other lazy police, them, could get up off of the bottom and do like you and Miss Rose. You all show that you all love your work and you are concerned about it. That is all I have to say today. Thank you very much. Leo, I know you're going to call in. Thank you, brother. I owe you an apology for a debate we used to have.
Thank you.
Another call. Sorry, Culture. I have a lot of calls, so I was trying to cycle through them.
Another one?
Yeah, caller, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First question. How many registered vehicles are on the road of St. Kitts?
I won't be able to give you that figure, sir. I can bring it back next time.
And I would like to also know how many on the roads of Nevis, because yes, the number 600 is significant and a startling number, but data is only useful if you put it in context. How many vehicles are on the roads of St. Kitts? We don't have more roads, and so therefore there are likely to be more vehicles. Another thing is you are unable to differentiate between major and minor, because every fender bender, everyone who pulls out too soon and pulls out someone's bumper or rubs someone's front fender is classified as a traffic accident. And so we need for the sense of understanding to know how many are major, how many are minor. Also, again, if we don't study situations, we can't do anything about it. The questioners are, okay, have we identified any hotspots? If you don't take data and compare it and say, look, we have evidence that in this area something should happen, therefore we won't do anything about it. We just say, oh, another accident. But we need to compile data, we need to study it, and we need to decide, relative to this, what to do about it. Let me give you an example. Some years ago, my mother crashed into a tree on this in upstate New York. The police officer on the scene said, this is the second vehicle has crashed into that tree in the past 2 weeks. Within a month, they had redesigned the road because the way the road was cambered, it was possible that when it was icy, that it would slide off the road. They didn't just say, oh, they were speeding. They asked, why did two vehicles crash into this tree in similar circumstances, and they did something about it. So rather than just saying we have more accidents, it's incumbent on the authorities to study the circumstances. Where are these accidents? Get the data, study them, and then being able to do something about it. So I look forward to hearing the number of vehicles on the road, because that is also a factor. When there are going to be 70,000 vehicles on the road of St. Kitts, there will be even more accidents. We cannot then compare it to how many vehicles were on the road of St. Kitts in 1960 or 1990. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller.
I'll get that data for you next week, sir.
Yeah. I think from the last show, one of the last shows in Traffic Talk, I think they were saying that the number of vehicles were over 20,000. I remember we had a show
that was
about
in January.
Yeah, in January when we came the stats. But of course, vehicles would have been registered and stuff.
Another call. Traffic Talk, you're on.
Hi, good morning, Jamster. Good morning,
Good morning.
Officer, and the other host.
Morning.
We've been talking a lot about what's happening on the street and talking about the traffic and not disregarding those who have called before and give their comment on issues. But we're in a funny position, and I hope we are not asking the officers to do the things that we expect them to do and not being equipped to do it. Because officers have a job to do. And humanly speaking, we in the public who they serve should help them, aid them to see to it that they have the proper equipment to do the job. Because not having the equipment, they make them like, okay, what I'm saying is that the force is supposed to be a single unit. What lock a force together is communication. Do they have proper communication equipment? Do they each officer carry a radio? And each one of them carry a cell phone? What is it that they have to tie the force together? And the other part of it is management. And I expect a lot from, maybe I expect too much from, I think, Deputy Commissioner Henry. I think that he is capable, in my opinion. Some reason or another, that management of the force, the restructure should be done, not continue what the last chief left off. We should see changes. And being seen changes, my expectation is that one of the things in my mind is that if you're understaffed, if you don't have enough manpower, those men that you have in offices that work from 8 to 4, take them from the 8 to 4 and put them on the street sometime, give them 2-day shift on the road in uniform. Utilize the force that you have. Manage it. I feel like the commissioner should visit each outstation every month to see to it what the officers have or what they need to get the job done. You can't ask people to do a job and they are not equipped. They have to be equipped. They have to be ready. You have to have simulation, preparation to execute the job that you're about to. Because as much as you think, criminals are planning and they're preparing. And so, people who are doing bad driving and doing bad things need your presence so that they could stop and ease off from their activities. I think I have said enough. I hope that you will have a wonderful day. Continue to
caller.
educate.
Thank you, caller. Okay, to the caller who call in, I have the stats here now with the amount of vehicles. Between St. and Neves, we have 39,045. In St. alone, we have 22,818. And Neves, we have 7,331 vehicles.
That's a lot of vehicles.
Yes.
Wow.
That's a lot of vehicles.
Okay. Wow.
Say the stats again just for them.
22,000.
Between St. and Neves, we have 39,045. In St. alone, we have 22,818. In Nevis, we have 7,331 vehicles registered.
So then it's 29.
39.
22 plus 7.
2218. Yeah, but we have 39 because we can't, some like TDC and Hartford will register their vehicle. So that's why we have 39.
Okay. So not all of them are actually on the road.
Yeah, they're on the road, but TDC will register the vehicle. Hartford will register the vehicle. Traffic registered vehicle. So when TDC register, we put on a number. Yes.
Okay.
So that's why it comes 39. But traffic in sync is registered 2218. Overall, it's 39.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's take another call. Traffic talk. You're on.
Good morning.
Morning.
One of the main reasons for a number of accidents in the roundabout is that the traffic department itself is misleading drivers. Listen to me good. Heading to Monkey Hill from from airport. You leave the airport roundabout, heading to Monkey Hill. You come around that roundabout. You're going by a stair. You go left. You're going across the highway. You go right. You reach Gillard's. And the instructions are, you take the outside lane, which is you go left, like you're going down by the school. So the right lane, that is only for persons coming from Monkey Hill, heading to the Bastille High School. So then you go inside. Other than that, coming across the highway to Gillard, that right lane is not to be used. Everybody go left and then they go round the boat.
So you're saying that?
Let me finish. When you get to the Monkey Hill roundabout now, the instructions are that if you're going to the countryside, you take the outside lane, which is the left lane. Now, going to Monkey Hill, you now take the right lane, which is the inside lane. Traffic cannot be confused. It must be consistent. A person cannot be told in one aspect, heading in the same direction on the same journey, you go left this time, you go right this time. If you go in right, you take the right lane. If you go in left, you take the left lane. You travel anywhere in the world, you will not find a piece of cement in the middle of the road to direct the traffic going Frigate Bay. That is put there because commuters do not understand how to negotiate the roundabouts properly. And the traffic department is the guilty person in this aspect. Have a good day. Think about it, officer. I hold you all responsible.
Okay. You talk about the roundabout by Gillard. If you're going to St. Peter's, you have to stay on the outer one because you're going straight. That's the left one, which also going to take you down to the school. If you're going back on the F2 Williams Highway to the airport, then you take the inner one. Yes, but when you're going to Monkey Hill now, you're going around the roundabout, so you're going the inner one. You're not going straight. The left one is to take you straight or left. The right one going to take you right or back where you came from. That's why it's like that, sir.
I think the only difference I could see based on what he just described is that there are no paintings on the road, like no arrows on the road.
They're on the road, yes.
When you're coming from the airport and you got to do that roundabout there, right
yes,
there.
the painters, they paint them last
Recently?
week. Yes.
Okay,
Yes, so you have the arrow there to take you straight
I navigate
or...
that one most days,
Check
so
it.
and I'm accustomed to it, so it's not an issue. But I know exactly what he means because some drivers they don't give due care and attention. They're going around the roundabout, it no matter which direction they're going. So like I still halt even when you see some of them coming. I still like let me see what's gonna happen here because they'll be in the outer lane
And they're going in the same direction with you.
they want to go right, and then they just cut over. So even when people put on indicators, I still don't move. I'm waiting to see that the indicator is not on by accident and they actually going in the direction that they're indicating because you just never know. You have to drive defensively.
Yeah.
But it's there. The hours are there. Even when you're coming from the Shadwell roundabout and heading into town, the roundabout is in two and you have the arrows.
Yeah.
They want to take you straight and they want to take you down to the school.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen them refreshing the arrows
Yes.
on the road. So it's just a matter of persons to slow down, give enough space between themselves and other drivers, and pay attention to what's happening on the road.
Precisely.
Yeah, sometimes it's almost like tailgating on the road because people just want to get where they're going. So.
Okay, some of the causes of accident, of car accident, driving on influence, distracted driving, reckless driving, illegal driving through intersection, as you talk about the traffic lights, and also drowsiness. If you know you're sleepy, do not drive. Or if you're taking some kind of medication that's going to make you drowsy, those are 5 causes that person's getting accident. When you tailgate and somebody stops sudden, you don't have time to brake. And we're getting a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yep, I've seen it.
Yes,
I've
we're getting
seen
a
a lot
lot.
of those.
Yeah, the tail gating, especially in sudden stops. Bam, you're gone. Yeah.
Always make sure you have a car link or 2 car links between you and the person in front of you. So if I stop sudden, you have enough time to brake.
Let me tell you, on that same roundabout, from the airport going into Gillard's area, if you try to do a car length, people overtake you, you know. People like, they have a big space. And they come right between you and the car.
Yes, but let them go ahead.
I'm just usually like, but what is this madness?
And then zoop, zoop,
yeah,
zoop, zoop.
Because in their head is like, you're wasting time.
Yeah.
So they take up that. Because sometimes when they overtake, I'm like, to go where? Like, exactly where you're going. And you're right in front of me. Like, that made absolutely no sense. But yeah.
It's the mentality, the psychology. You know, they're in front. They're one
step
step closer to their destination.
Yes, it's probably that. It's probably that. But they have been a lot of tailgating, like, and I think somebody else alluded to it.
Yes.
You know, the little fender benders.
Are we getting a lot of that?
Accident. It's still an accident, and sometimes those same little fender benders end up costing you an arm and a leg.
Yes. Yeah. Because something hit somebody from the back, and they have all kind of pain and aches.
And you have to fix their vehicle and yours. The insurance premium may go up as well. Just take it easy out there, guys.
They also have law in the vehicle and road with racing. Person who like to race, it's also an offense. Yes.
I don't think we have a drag strip over here either.
No, we don't, but people do race.
Calm down. Yes.
Yes, you and somebody head on side by side.
And they have it like a big joke, And
it's an offense. Yes.
What's the fine?
$2,000 or imprisonment with or without hard labor for a term not exceeding 1 year or both such fine and imprisonment.
Wow. I feel like we need to have a show where you just come and say what the fines are.
Let's take another call.
That might be the only way people understand.
Traffic talk, you're on here.
Hey, sorry to come back again at you, but the thing is that all this roundabout talk is, and who fault and who ain't fault. Only one thing, just don't overtake in the roundabout. You cannot overtake around a corner. You cannot overtake when an oncoming vehicle is approaching you on the straight road. When you get a chance, only to slow down by a roundabout. You're not even coming to a total stop. Why don't you just drive behind the vehicle until it exits the roundabout, until you reach your gap and you go your direction? Why we have to overtake in the roundabout? That is what causing all the problem. So you're saying somebody confused because he didn't go left or he didn't go right. So what if he didn't go left or he didn't go right? Don't overtake him. He in a roundabout. Let him go. Only a few minutes. You got to wait. How much time that going to take from us? No time at all.
Caller, go right ahead.
Yes, another factor that has to be considered with the number of traffic mishaps on the road is the condition of the road. We cannot always say, it's the driver's fault, the driver's fault. In certain places, the roads are in very poor condition, and motorists will naturally try to avoid potholes, swerve, etc. Now, you may say, well, you're still supposed to stay on your road. Well, if we are having to have regard for the road conditions, they will contribute to the number of accidents. So it's not just motorists. The public works department is also a factor in some of these accidents. And again, unless we consider the data as to what contributed towards the accident, simply putting on the report that the driver was not paying due care and attention, when due care and attention was being paid to he or she was trying to avoid a pothole, is another factor that needs to be considered. So we need to also make sure our infrastructure is playing its part in keeping motorists to do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlo.
Okay, we have to wrap. So if we give you 30 seconds, we have our guest for the next segment is here. So go ahead.
Many accidents are caused by impatient drivers who are rushing to get from point A to point B. While time is certainly a valid consideration when traveling, safety is even more important. After all, if you are involved in an accident, you'll certainly experience more of a challenge arriving at your destination on time. So once you have patience and you exhibit patience, you will get to your destination on time.
Leave early too.
Yes. And always give way to traffic on your right when you're in a roundabout.
I feel like that one needs to be said more. Thank you so much for coming in today, for educating us as usual.
Thanks so much.
I do hope that you have an enjoyable rest of the week, Sophie.
Thanks.
No more accidents.
Well, I hope so.
Have a good one today, everyone.
Awesome.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Many getaway destinations are good, but good is just the new average. Go beyond. Try the greatest. Antigua and Barbuda. Catch vibes with the greatest music, entertainment, and culture. Feel the pulse of the greatest sailing regatta. Or indulge yourself in
the Caribbean's greatest summer festival.
Or escape to the tranquility of 365 white and pink sand beaches. Capture the energy. 2 islands, 1 destination. With flights throughout the region, getting here has never been easier. Why wait? Book your trip and experience the Caribbean's greatest. Go to visit antiguaandbarbuda.com for more information.
Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is again giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback for free groceries with every hire purchase. Will be given back this coupon season. Happening now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in cashback coupon to all our hire purchase customers this coupon season. Starting now until December 2023. You get absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase at our Horseman's Furniture and Appliances stores on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. So riddle this. Where can you get quality furniture and appliances at great prices with a flexible FlexPlay plan and with absolutely free groceries with every hire purchase? Riddle that. Cashback at Horseman's Furniture and Appliances on St. Kitts Nevis and our Ashley Home Store on St. Kitts. Riddle this, riddle that. Horseman's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store is giving you over $250,000 in cashback and a chance to win free groceries for a year. Riddle that cashback. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Found the sound. 98.9. Win FM.
If you need protection, you need one who you can trust to secure your investment. You need one who'll do you just. TDC Insurance, you're the one that you can trust. TDC Insurance, you're always safe with us. TDC Insurance is your go-to insurance company for all your insurance needs. We take pride in offering you the best solutions and ensuring our customers are fully satisfied. TDC Insurance, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind. You're always safe with us.
Stand by. It's 4 minutes after 9 o'clock. And we have got the CEO and chairman of TDC as TDC celebrates 50 years. And they've got their TDC Day coming up. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning and welcome.
Good morning to everybody. Yes, as Jamster indicated, it is TDC Day, and we're here with the CEO. So tell us more about TDC Day.
Well, TDC Day is a very important day for us, July 10th. But the significance of that day is because in January 1973, when the promoters of TDC signed an agreement with the owners of J.W. Thurston's and H.F. Wilde, part of the agreement was that they needed to raise within 6 months, which took them down to the 10th of July in 1973, $1 million from a share issue to the public. And we're here today because that was successful. The promoters were able to raise $1 million, and TDC continued as planned. If they had not raised the $1 million, the deal would have been off.
So $1 million in that short space of time. Wow.
Well, of course, you're not going to enter into an agreement unless you have a plan.
Yes.
Because 6 months was a short period of time.
Yes. It was. And was it the same TDC that we have today with all of those outlets, or it was just one specific set of products?
To a large extent, TDC started out as a retail company. So at that time, the company traded in building supplies, motor vehicles, home supplies to a large extent. What do you have now for insurance and financial services and airline services and rentals and so on? Those are new. Those came along in the last 50 years. And then, of course, TDC expanded into a number of different areas, some of which they're not in, the company is not in anymore.
Yes.
Wow.
Could you tell us, I mean, some persons would already know, but could you tell us some of the areas that TDC now functions under? I know they have the airline section, there's the home section, the office section. Could you tell us some of the sections that?
Well, TDC Financial Services, it started out as St. Kitts Nevis Finance Company, popularly known then as FINCO. And before that, because that was in 1995, before that in 1987, St. Kitts Nevis Insurance Company Limited, popularly known then as SNCC, was established. And TDC Rentals was established back in the late 70s, early 80s. TDC Airlines was established in the 1970s.
Oh.
Yeah.
So tell us now, why are we celebrating TDC Day?
Because it's a very important day, as I explained. That was a banner day. I mean, if that didn't take place on the 10th of July 1973, if the promoters weren't able to raise that $1 million, the deal would have been off, and we would have had a TDC now.
Is this the first time that we're doing TDC
This is the
Day?
first time. Of course, it's 50 years.
So because of the fifth, and okay. So
we're celebrating 50 years this year. So that's
Okay.
part of the 50-year celebration.
What are some of the things that you guys have planned?
Well, let me go back a little bit. We had on the 5th of February a church service at the Antioch Baptist Church, and then on the 12th we had a church service in Nevis at the Shiloh Baptist Church. And since then we have had some other events. One of the events that we are very happy about, very proud about, is presentations at all the primary schools in both St. Kitts and Nevis by scholars of the Warren Tyson Memorial Scholarship Program, one of whom is our current Prime Minister.
Oh my.
Okay, good.
Okay, then.
Wow. So you see the fruits.
Yeah. So that program has benefited about over 500 scholars, and they're in many spheres of endeavor. Some are lawyers, some are doctors, some are professors, accountants. Some of them are employed by the company as managers. So we are very, very, very proud of that. And
I can imagine, because you actually see them, you get to see them, evolve.
Yeah, and you get to see them doing
that's
so
very
many
commendable.
great things within the society.
Absolutely.
So when you guys visited the primary schools, was it to select new recipients?
No, what it
or-
was is that we asked some of the scholars who have gone through the program to go and speak at the primary school that they attended when they were inducted into the program. So the Prime Minister, for instance, he attended his school, his alma mater at the school in St. Peter's.
Dean Glassford
Dean
Primary.
Glassford,
yeah.
okay.
So that's where he made his presentation.
That's nice. And you guys, you have, I would suspect, a fair number from, because we have so many schools in St. Kitts and Nevis. Would you say that you've had a recipient from each school?
Yeah, every primary school. The way the program works is that every year we ask the schools to nominate students who are promising academically and who have a financial need.
Yes.
So the schools will select a number of them, and we have an interview panel comprising some managers and one or two persons from the community and from the education system, teachers or otherwise, who would select the final person. So we have one inductee every year from every primary school.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
currently the program has about 60 or more students because they're supported from first form all the way up to sixth form.
Right.
Yeah, I would have heard about the program before, but I never realized it was from one person's from every school.
From every primary school.
That's really
From
good.
every primary school.
That's good.
That's definitely commendable.
Yeah, and it could show some sort of networking as well, because when you have one person from every school, at least I guess all of them come together at some point in time.
Yes.
Yeah, and so then they would know somebody from each school.
Mhm.
So the networking alone, you have a little network
I
network
like
of
the
scholars.
idea.
Yeah.
But and they also come to the company during the vacation time, and in some cases on Saturdays. They used to come more regularly on Saturdays, but after the COVID, we had to stop that. So.
I know, because I would often see the little, younger persons in there with the little T-shirts on, and they're very helpful, actually.
Yes, exactly.
I actually enjoyed that, so I'm looking forward to seeing it come back.
So you will see them again.
Force.
You will see them again in full force during the summer months.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Summer vacation, that is.
They make shopping much easier, so kudos.
Thank you very much.
Yes. I know you indicated some of the past activities, but I'm sure that there are going to be some activities going on.
Ongoing ones, right?
Yeah, so you could
there's
perhaps
still stuff.
Yeah, you could perhaps tell us some of those things.
Well, just to go on a little bit further, we one of the projects that we have undertaken is that that sign in Frigate Bay, the gateway to the Southeast Peninsula.
Yes.
We refurbished the sign, did some repairs to it, and we repainted it. That's one of the things that we have done already. And we also did some repainting in conjunction with the Rotary Club of Limega of the Saddlers home for the elderly. We have done that. Upcoming projects, one of which is the refurbishment of the Berkeley Memorial.
Yes.
You know where that is?
Yes. Yes.
Question to the interview.
We refer to it as the circus clock.
Yes, the circus clock.
It's not working, so we want to assist it. Yes. We have, as a company, done a lot of work on that in the past, but the clock is not working now, so we want to bring it back to life somewhat.
Yes, that would be awesome. That would be very good. So that's a major project you guys have taken on.
Yeah, we want to do that because we think it's important. It's a landmark in the middle of Boston.
Right.
So, and it's our neighbor also.
Okay, perfect. So what are some of the other things? I know that there are raffles going on. I keep my ear to the ground.
Well, as far as community projects are concerned, we are working with one of our paint suppliers, Harris Paints, to do some repainting of a community building. It could be a school, it could be a community center, one in St. Kitts and hopefully one in Nevis. So we want to do that. We have scheduled something for our staff.
Okay.
The 29th of July, we're having a staff gala. We have never had that in the past, so about 50 years, and we want to do that. We want to recognize the importance of our staff, the contributions that they've made. So we are going to do that. We also want to have an activity for our shareholders, very important, later in the year. Yes. And then, of course, we have our promotional activities, because for us to undertake these projects, we have to make money.
Right. But before we go to that, I'm curious about the community buildings. Are they specific buildings? Like, did you select these buildings offhand, or is like we're going to the community, we see which one needs the most work? How?
Well, in one case, one building in Nevis is a home for the elderly also, as it was in Saddlers. And the operators of that have been asking us for quite some time to assist. And as a matter of fact, when the building was built, the property was built, we did provide some assistance, and there's in fact a section of rooms there which are named in Candise's honor, because we have always supported them. So we want to assist them in doing some repainting and doing some repairs.
Very nice. Thank you. I look forward to driving through and seeing the newly painted and new and improved buildings, thanks to TDC.
We like to do more, but of course we have to limit what we can do, because we don't have the resources to do everything.
Understood.
Yeah.
And so you have promotional activities, you said?
Yeah. Right now we have ongoing an activity. If you spend $250 in our retail stores, in any one of our retail stores, you get an opportunity to win $10,000. Over the next 5 months. We have a draw for $10,000 each month from July until November, and then towards in December, we have a grand prize of a vehicle. So we're trying to push sales.
So my ears are perked up now.
Well, they should-
Any vehicle?
No, not of course. Of course not. We have.
So you've selected the vehicle already?
We have selected the vehicle. It is a Suzuki Grand Vitara. It's a new model, which we are pushing.
Nice.
Okay. So
250.
Come and spend. They raffle for the Grand Vitara. We're sorting out the details of that.
Right.
But the 250, as it stands now, if you spend 250 or more, you get a chance to win $10,000 in each month from July to December.
Fair enough. And I know we have persons listening, so you may definitely get an influx of persons coming to spend that 250.
Of course, that's what we want.
That's exactly. So tell us some more. I know you guys have made quite a bit of changes over this period. One of them being your logo. I noticed that one very early on.
Yeah. I think perhaps about 10, 15 years ago, we made that change. The logo was a blue and white logo with the TDC in the middle across it. But after a while, you have to make some changes. Okay, and so we contracted somebody from Jamaica to provide some assistance in that regard. And we looked at, many different samples of what it should look like. And finally, we decided on that one. Something fresh, something new.
It's very clean and modern.
The orange pops.
And very clean and modern.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, it was part of a rebranding exercise. And so we decided at that time, with advice from our customers, from the general public, and from the consultants, that perhaps the best thing for us to do is to rebrand all of our establishments and somehow attach the name TDC to them. And so TDC, Sinkis Nevis Insurance Company, SNIC, became TDC Insurance Company Limited.
Right.
Sinkis Nevis Finance Company, FINCO, became TDC Financial Services Company Limited. So that was part of the exercise. So the logo, the change in the logo, and the name change for some of the companies took place simultaneously.
Agreed. And it makes more sense. You put all of it
I don't know if you
together.
want to take some calls. We had the phones going for a while.
The phones are going
so
crazy.
If you want to take one or two calls.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. Good morning. It's TDC Day, and you're taking your call.
Good morning, Mr. Kelly, and good morning to the guests them there.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Kelly, the buildings them, so you intend to beautify, put on some paint and then. I would like you to consider the old treasury. It's right in the face, coming up to the circus clock. Need to be done, man. And we government, man, they drop the ball. These things shouldn't looking like that. Please to assist them, go down and talk with EXA and try help them get that looking a little more decent in town for we and visitors. Have a good day, Mr. Kelly. I know you could do better,
Thank you very much, sir.
Your attitude. Have a good day,
Thank you very much, Manners.
Oh, my goodness. You know who it is.
I know.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. So, well, you have your job cut out for you. You've just been given your
we
mandate.
can't do everything. I mean, I don't dispute that, that would be a good project, but we can't do everything. So somebody will perhaps be disappointed.
And that's true. That's true. You can't catch everything. No. So now you guys even change your motto, is it? Or your tagline, I should say. Yeah. Because the ad is very catchy, like it's stuck in my head. So what led to that?
It was also part of the rebranding.
The whole
exercise.
rebranding
It
exercise.
was all part of that, yes.
Should I put you on the spot? Ask you to sing a bar?
Well, the tagline is just together we succeed, which really, takes into consideration working together with as staff, directors, customers, the general public. So we're not just talking about working together as employees. We're talking about our involvement in the community, working with the community. Because we firmly believe that the more you give, the more you receive.
Agreed. Now, do you have like any idea as to how many persons you guys actually employ? Because you have a lot of outlets, like maybe a approximate figure.
We employ 458 employees within TDC proper, and then another 60 at our associated company, Masink Masonry Products.
Wow.
As of today.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's quite a bit. Keeps you on your toes, huh?
Yes, it does.
So what are some of the other changes?
Well, as it stands now, we are going through a transformation process. It's based on 4 main pillars. Human resources, data analytics, information and technology, including e-commerce, customer service and marketing. But just let me go back before.
Sure.
When the pandemic hit, of course, we had to change the way we did business. And so we had been talking for quite some time about establishing an e-commerce presence. We had not moved forward on that. But with the pandemic hitting and people, traveling restricted within the community, we had to move forward with that. And so out of necessity, we established an e-commerce presence. So we have a website that you can go to, TDC Group, shoptdcgroup.com. So you can go on there and purchase things from the comfort of your home. It's in the early stages. We just have somebody now full-time from the 1st of July who is going to be working on that. So we're going to be pushing in that area.
Because I am so glad you said that.
Okay, because, some people like to shop from the comfort of their home. They don't want to come to a store to spend time there. So that is something that we're working on. We also, we can get payments done online.
Yes. Kudos.
Yeah. So, and as a result of the pandemic, we also had a pickup service. You can place your orders by WhatsApp or by phone, and we have it ready for you to come and pick up. So those are some of the things that we did coming out of the pandemic, things that perhaps we should have done before, but necessity is the
mother of all
inventions. So
yes. I noticed that because I remember during the pandemic, I wanted to make payments, and that was a gripe. But I know some of the banks also allow you to go do that transfer.
Yeah.
So I was like, but why can't I shop online with TDC?
But you can do
and
all
so
of
I
those
kept going online and just like being kind of disgruntled that I wasn't able to do anything. But I'm so happy to hear that you guys have taken on that mantle, because I often compare TDC to like a Walmart or Sam's Club or one of those. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys explode.
We're not quite there yet. We're not quite there with
small
Sam,
steps.
But we are making baby steps. And like I said, with our e-commerce manager in place from the 1st of July, we are going to move a lot faster in that regard. So we're hoping that within the next year or so, we can be Sam's or Walmart.
All right, then.
Wow.
I think it's Walmart. That's good to hear. Kudos to you guys. And I'm going to keep checking.
Yes, please. and let us know. We need the feedback. Okay? We need to know what customers are thinking. If we don't get it right, tell us. If we get it right, tell us.
Also
Can I give you some feedback?
Sure.
Actually, just yesterday, I was talking to someone. No, it was Saturday. I was speaking to someone about this. An engineer. This has always been a gripe of mine. I think in 2023, stores like big box stores like TDC and Hosford should be open 7 days a week. It just means, and then what can happen is that people can get their 2 full days off a week. They just don't have to be consecutive. I mean, you could get your day off Tuesday and Friday, and you happen to work Saturday and Sunday. Because here's my reasoning. Take home supplies and building supplies, and so Saturday and Sunday are the days people have downtime. Yep. They want to go and browse. Someone might go and browse for 2 hours. They have time. They're not working, and you also want to increase the convenience for them to buy stuff. So, I mean, I've always thought this is kind of rude. You're celebrating your 50th anniversary, but it has to be said. Closing 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock on a Saturday. I'm sorry, that doesn't cut it. So it has to be said.
Thank you.
I'm with you on that one. Saturday I was in a bind and TDC was already closed, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're already closed, because I was scattering.
Even 4
so
o'clock
yeah,
during the
I'm
week doesn't cut
definitely
it. I'm sorry.
with you on that.
Well, this is something that we have discussed in the past in terms of not
Extended hours.
necessarily, opening on a Sunday, because we are a very religious community.
Yes.
But expanding hours on a Saturday. We have discussed that, but it's still being talked about.
Well, we have the right person here, right? So you figure you slip it in. But he does make a good point, because while you guys were already closed, Builders Paradise was still open.
I know.
So
I know.
let me just slip that in there, so you know your competition.
I mean,
is.
even if we can get the Saturday, that would be good.
Yeah,
I
Saturday,
understand.
We'll take Saturdays.
I understand the.
It's something to consider.
Yeah.
Something to consider, and we have talked about it. We just have to do the numbers. We just need to look and see, when customers are shopping.
Yes.
I mean, how many people turn back on a Saturday when we're closed.
Right.
And that kind of
Peak
stuff.
hours and things like that. Okay, great. So what are some of the things that we can expect from you guys in the future? I know that we're at 50, and I know you mentioned the e-commerce, which we're all excited about, but do you guys have other things that you're expecting to roll out as we progress?
Well, our strategy going forward is to concentrate on the things that we are doing now, things that we do well, things that we understand, we have experience with, and to also, in addition to those, do things that complement what we are doing now. That doesn't mean that if we have a good opportunity that comes along, a good investment opportunity, we wouldn't snap it up. But we are consolidating, really, trying to be better at what we do and enhance and improve the services that we provide.
Has any thought ever been given to expansion? Maybe perhaps doing some studies in other islands where you think that you can probably fill a niche that's not being filled by maybe your counterparts in those islands?
Well, we have, but it's more likely to be in the area of services as opposed to retail.
Okay.
We did have a presence through an agent in Dominica for insurance.
Okay.
We are pulling back from that though right now.
Focus million tickets.
Million tickets right now. That doesn't mean, as I said before, that we would not look for opportunities elsewhere.
Okay. Now, any last words you want to leave with our audience?
Guess you might want to tell us.
TDC Day and everything.
I guess you might want to tell us about the activities before you go.
Well, this week we have a couple of activities on Thursday and Friday. If you take out a insurance policy at TDC Insurance, or you finance a loan at TDC Financial Services, you have an opportunity to enter a raffle and win something. And on Thursday and on Friday and Saturday, if you purchase $50 or more at our retail stores, at the Home and Building depots in St. Kitts and Nevis, the auto divisions in St. Kitts and Nevis, and City Drug Store in Nevis, you have an opportunity to win a prize also. So that's what we're doing this week. We have later today, we're cutting a celebratory cake at our Home and Building depot in St. Kitts and also in Nevis to commemorate the anniversary, the 10th of July. Okay,
Very
so
nice.
sometime later today. You can come by and...
I was just about to say, are you going to give customers cake?
Yeah, sure, until it finishes.
Guys, there's free cake. Thank you so much for coming in today. Congratulations on your big 50.
Thank you very, very much.
And
really
cheers to
appreciate
many,
it.
many more. So we'll be in touch. We'll definitely keep in touch, and we hope that you'll pop back in to give us some more feedback.
Sure.
Happy
Thank
50.
you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, guys.
Happy 50. Happy TDC Day.
Thank you.
Awesome. Have a good one today.
Bye.
And let's see, CEO and Chairman of TDC, Mr. Earl Kelly. It's 9:30. We've got more action for you coming up here on Island TV.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Rams the good food people, always there to serve you. Rams the good food people, locations
Reduced sugar chubby with the same great taste. Lots of magic fruity flavors, drink the more healthy way.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Be active, be healthy, drink lots of chubby. Kicking football, playing cricket, having fun in the sun.
It's chubby.
Reduced sugar chubby keeps you cool and refreshed.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Jumping rope, running races, have fun.
It tastes so yummy, chubby.
Drink the more healthy way.
And it's 9:33. We've got our guest, and she's going to introduce herself. Good morning, Miss Springer.
Good morning. We know why you did that. Good morning and welcome to Island Tea. So, Zubaydah, right? Yeah, that's why he dodged it, right?
No. I'll be honest. You know what happened? The window. I didn't have the window open, so I had to go and choose the window. No, it's true.
I know, right? So introduce yourself to our listening audience and tell us why you're here today.
Hi, good day. My name is Zubaydah Springer, and I am the owner of Top Tier Academy. Now, what Top Tier Academy is a youth-based academy whereby we do sporting and tutoring services, but also do like more extracurricular activities on the side. So I've done football competitions, netball competitions, and I've done an effective speaking competition in the high school. So now we're branching off again, and we're doing this summer camp to provide another avenue for the young people to have.
First of all, you don't even look old enough to have accomplished all of these things. How old are you?
I am 22.
No way. Good genes then, good genes.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued. What led you into this?
Okay, so since I've been growing up, I've always been passionate about youth development. And so a lot of stuff, like when I was younger, I didn't have the opportunity to do, or I couldn't have like participated in as much simply because I was from like the countryside. So when I had the opportunity, I think it was when I was applying for a scholarship at Ross, they asked you, what would you do to impact your country? And I said I would use my time and my talent.
Nice.
My talent is speaking. I like to talk. So what better way to incorporate that plus my skills in netball, and like my brother and my sister and most of my cousins, they play football. So just start to incorporate that into one thing. So it's kind of like a family-based business per se. So it's just like providing an avenue for like children in the countryside for them to have like, you know, somewhere to go, a safe space.
Listen, you said my talent is talking, and all I could think of is apple doesn't far fall from the tree, right?
Yeah,
for those of you who are not in the know, this is our very own Vernon Springer's daughter. So, yeah, maybe it's in the genes.
It really is. It really is.
So this was born when? What year?
In 2020, during the pandemic. So I started off doing like free tutoring services online to like about 5 to 7 like students. They were doing CAPE maths and CXC maths. So I was helping them out. And then we decided to go on a wider scale. But because I left for school, so we sort of had to put it on pause. So right now we're just doing like stuff to keep making an impact in the community, as opposed to what the actual academy is, because to do it whilst being in Barbados is kind of like a hassle. So for lack of a better word, so it's like just trying to do like small stuff that I could organize and they could basically do from here.
Right.
Like that's what I want to do, to just keep the, you know, the presence alive.
Agreed. So you've done football, you've done netball. How many persons do you have enrolled in those enterprises?
Okay, so before we stopped, we had about 20 players in the football because we didn't really launch the netball per se. We just did the netball league that was in late 2020 into early 2021. So that's what we did with the netball aspect. But for sure, we really want to push forward with the netball later this year. So hopefully, once we get that on the go, more girls will be enrolled.
So is it like a camp? Is it training? What is it actually?
Okay, so the actual academy is like it's football and netball mixed with tutoring.
No, so when they come, like let's say I wanted to do football.
Okay, so Saturdays is football and netball.
And it's training?
In the week, yeah, it's just training. And in the week, that's where we do the tutoring, basically.
Right. And it's in every subject area? Or?
No, just maths and English for now.
Good. We need better...
Yeah, the core subjects.
We need more math passes. So if I have an 8-year-old that is interested in football, do you have like a set age group that you take on, or...?
Okay, so we basically start from 5-year-olds up to 12-year-olds.
Okay.
So basically those within that range. It's kind of easier to manage them because, like the under 13s and so forth, they're more looking to the national grassroots level because, they're trying to make the national team. So you're just trying to get the babies so you could set the foundation for them so they could advance to that stage.
I like it. Do you find that you have more girls signing up for football now?
No,
or?
more boys.
More boys for sure.
More boys for sure.
And more girls into the netball.
Well, more girls would be if we pushed it.
If we pushed it.
Because what I find, and it's been a problem since I was young as well, is that in the countryside, like, we don't really, put our children into the extracurricular activities that people in the city would do. So it's like, we just know, okay, my daughter could play netball, but if somebody has like a netball program, I wouldn't be, so willing to sign her up because I know she could play already.
Right.
I feel like when she goes to school and she does PE, that's where she should hone her skill as opposed to getting the extra training outside. But what I've seen now is that we're making more strides in that area. Like more stuff is becoming available. Like different persons in the rural area, they are now implementing these sort of extracurricular activities in the countryside, so we don't have to travel that fast. So that's what I've been seeing over the years. So looking forward to see develop even more so that, we could all have access to the same things.
And it helps them to build on their skill as well. So it's like you might have a love for football, you just play around in the yard with your brothers, but getting into this camp now, it's more streamlined. You teach them a little bit more of the discipline and all of that type of stuff. So I'm happy to hear that you're making strides. Now, how big is your team?
Okay, how big is my team? It's basically more family-based, as I would say. So for the football, we have 3 coaches. Netball, we have 3 coaches. The tutoring aspect, it was myself and 2 others for the tutoring aspect. So it's basically 9. And then for like extra help and so forth, it was like 5 others, so like roughly about 12 officially.
You take volunteers? Are you open to persons coming in and volunteering, or?
I'm always here for the help. Most likely, if they're in the rural area, I would accept the help because like the more persons over there that could help. So like because when we were doing the trainings, we used to start at 9. So for somebody to come from town to country every Saturday for 9, especially if they don't drive, like. That could really affect that person, and then they'll probably be late or, have Saturdays that they can't come. So the more persons in the rural area who would be inclined to join, I'm always open to people coming and helping us because what I do tell my team is that this isn't just for me. This is a platform for all of us because basically all of us have this one vision. We want to see the children in our community do better. We want to build up a community, but we have to have a platform first. Basically, so that's what top tier was. Now the camp is just like, as I said, another avenue. So we did the effective speaking, we did the football and it was a twin one actually. It was football, netball, volleyball 1 year, and then football, netball 1 year. Then we did the netball league. So now jumping into the camp. Now this camp, I don't even want to say I was planning it for a minute, but I wasn't planning it. It was an idea in my head.
I like that there's like a ring to it though, because it's called Around the Region in 5 Days. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. So let's hear.
Okay, so that was like, I was in school. I was like, what would I do when I go home? Like 3 months. What will I do? I was like, I can keep a camp. Like just out of sun, no theme, no concept, nothing. I just said I can keep a camp. I sit down. I went on Pinterest. I was scrolling. I said, let me see the camp themes that people would have. See what I could tweak. And then I saw the one about around the world. They had this one around the world. And my nieces went to a camp last year and they did around the world. So I was like, well, I was at UE for a year. I've met some very nice people around the region. So guess what? We're going around the region in 5 days. So people might say, well, why you chose those countries? Well, actually, I didn't choose those countries. Those countries chose me. I was just there thinking, like, what cultural elements I could pull that would, make nice arts and craft activities, nice interactive sessions that children, would be involved in. I was like, well, these countries, they just jumped out at me. So we don't try our best to basically give them, just the general foundation so that they know about these countries, because they would know, like, the capitals, how the flag looks, but, like, to know more in-depth, like, what makes that country, and basically just get the chance to do, something fun, because that's what you really inspired this camp. Like,
Right.
My experience there, just meeting people from all over the region, hearing the different accents, learning about the different cultures, eating the different foods and so forth. Like, it was really an experience, and that is what I want to sell
So
at
the
my
5
camp.
countries that you chose were?
Barbados, Jamaica, Grenada, St. Lucia, what's the other one? Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah.
And so what do you plan to immerse them in so that they can actually experience this around the region?
Okay, so we're trying to tackle the different aspects. So we want to do outdoor activities, we want to do interactive sessions, and we still want them to do the arts and craft and still do basically a field trip. Now, with the interactive sessions, what I have planned is for them to actually learn to play a little note on the steel pan. And for Jamaica, because, Jamaica is track-based, so we'll have an in-house sports there.
Nice.
So that they can run, let's see who is the next Shelly-Ann, the next Usain, so they could tap into that. For Dominica, Dominica is the 6th country. For Dominica, I want to teach them about the indigenous group there, because, there is still a very large indigenous population in Dominica. Grenada, we have to talk about jab, because it's very unique. Like, when I learned about it, I was like, wow, this is something good to have. And luckily, I have a Grenadian friend who is right here, so they will actually get firsthand from the Grenadian.
Nice.
They will learn about the jab from him. Now, with St. Lucia, they'll learn about the Two Pitons, which is their mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the country I missed?
So you had
Barbados. So with Barbados, that's the home for cricket, the mecca for cricket in the Caribbean. So we'll be playing cricket, and I'll teach them about, they'll do a little interactive craft with frying fish, flying fish, and,
Yeah, now I have not heard anything about food. And food is a big part of our region. Are you guys going to do any cooking classes? You have a lot of chefs about?
Well,
maybe? Well, I'm throwing that out there.
Well.
Because I feel like in the region, that's one of the things that
the
bring
food.
us together.
Real.
So I was listening out for food for sure.
I was trying to see how I could incorporate the food. It's still not coming as yet to
What
see
time
like
does the
which
camp run
country.
from?
It's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. August 14th to August 18th. So that's after, when your parents feel like, what else do you have to do? The child still got 2 more weeks home. We have a camp. We have a next camp for you. Because, right now all the camps are running smoothly along to July. And then probably like the first week in August. So, we swoop in right there. When you think all hope is lost.
All hope is gone and you still want to get them out the house, right?
Yeah, we got one more for you.
So August 14th to
the 18th.
The 18th. Okay. and it runs from 9 until 3. So you
Yes.
kind of get them out the house for a good bit of time during the day.
Yeah, by the time 3 o'clock, you're in your office, you're knocking off.
Right. And is there a cost?
There is a cost. So you register, you pay $25, and the actual camp fee is $75. So in all, you pay $100. And if anybody knows me, I go above and beyond, so you'll be getting a value for your buck for $100. For
Where
sure.
are you having it?
In Sadlers.
At the
So
community
at the
center?
Sadlers Primary School, that's where you will be hosted. Lunch is provided, snack is provided as well. They'll get a T-shirt, they'll get a goodie bag at the end of the camp, and seeing that it's so close to when school reopens, the goodie bag will be school supply filled. And yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like that's a lot for $100.
It is. It really is. I really try to go above and beyond, but still keep the price, feasible and that it's affordable, because that's really what I want to do. Sometimes you want to do something, but because it's $200, it's $250, and then you have to worry about getting your child there, preparing your child to go there. So maybe you have to buy like a new top, a new jean pants. So it's like, well, you pay $100 and then you have the rest money to get all those stuff done.
Exactly. Yeah, the price is definitely a good price, and for what I have heard you're planning, it sounds like it's going to be exciting for the children.
Yeah, it'll be exciting for me. I want to be a camper.
You want to be a camper? I'm curious. So the age group for persons entering are the same as the football, 5 to...
So from 4-year-olds
Okay.
to 12, but we would make an exception for a 13-year-old.
Okay, so 4 to 12.
Yeah.
Okay then. So guys, was the Top Tier Academy?
Yes.
I want to say annual, but this is your first camp,
This is
right?
my
So
first.
maybe I'm prophesying. So, but I want to wish you good luck, guys. We are here with Miss Springer from Top Tier Academy, and she is telling us about her camp that she's gonna have from the 14th to the 18th of August.
Right.
And it is called Around the Region in 5. I absolutely love the concept, Around the Region in 5 days. And it is open to boys and girls, ages 4 to 12, maybe a 13-year-old. And the cost is only $100. It's $25 to register and $75 to attend the camp.
Right.
Did I miss anything?
Okay, so you can contact me at 764-2918 for all calling purposes, and you can WhatsApp Top Tier's number, WhatsApp only, 663-5573. We have physical forms, and we also have a Google form going around. In case you missed it, I'll share it again on Top Tier's page, so after
Very
you've
nice.
listened to this interview, you can see it right there.
And so Top Tier is also on Facebook.
Yes, we're on Facebook and Instagram.
And just to point
lovely.
out, they can reach out to Zubaida. I just want to make the point. I can
Oh my
You got it
goodness.
right, you got it
right. So guys, visit the Facebook or the Instagram page and sign up. And I love the fact that you said it's like in the last few weeks in August, like the middle of August right there, just when
Right.
you've completed all the different camps, the VBS, everything.
Right.
Top Tier is still open and
Right, yeah.
available, and they're taking forms now. Thank you so much for coming in today, and good luck with all your endeavors.
Thank you for having me.
All right, then. Have a good one today.
You too.
Thank you.
And congrats. I hope you have a great summer.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll definitely be keeping in touch.
And your daddy actually asked me to send the file, so I have to go on.
Oh,
I have to
God.
go and save it now and email it to him.
You better get on
Yes.
it.
Okay.
Well, have a good one and good
Yes.
luck.
Thank you.
10 minutes until 10 o'clock.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Fruta. Fruta full of iron thing. Real fruit juice, not full of vitamin. Pop open the goodness, just dive in. Fruta every night, fruta every morning.
It's the amazing taste and quality in fruit juice you've come to know and love. Anytime, anywhere, in any occasion, Fruta is your tastier, better, healthier choice.
We got the vibes, Fruta. Real, real nice, Fruta.
And for the families, remember to pick up the 1 liter.
Rams the good food people, always there to serve you. Rams the good food people, locations right near you. Rams the good food people, in-store specials for you. Rams the good food people. Rams. When you need better service, Rams is always here. Better value, better prices. Rams is always here. Rewarding your loyalty. Rams is always here. We are community. We are family. We are family. Rams for you and me. We are community. Rams for you and me.
Honestly, again. And when you want, all them want, we run the place. And we who set the pace. We not in the race. Oh yeah. Right now we coming to take over the city, get the whole place litty. And this year we
Can't help you have your Crocs.
Listen, you have a whole carnival session going on here during the ad. So, what
During
do
the
I
ad?
need
What do you
Crocs
mean?
for?
The ad?
This music in the background, who is
Yeah,
this?
yeah, that's Odyssey for
This is for
Culturama.
Culturama, and
Yeah.
they're singing a song about Crocs.
Yeah, what was it called? If you're in what? Let me see. It's scrolling. If you ain't crocking, you ain't rocking, something like that.
Definitely not rocking. I don't have any Crocs. Oh my
So,
goodness.
Yeah, so
We have a couple Culturama things already taken
Yeah,
off.
yeah, actually, and on Voices this morning, Socrates, we might be discussing the they had the eliminations on the is it eliminations or semis? Yeah, eliminations. Yeah, eliminations, and then they're gonna have the semis later on. So,
Oh,
I think-
wow.
yeah. So
Didn't
we're
even
gonna-
realize they started already.
Yeah, yeah. So we gonna discuss that. We might have one of the judges gonna call in and talk.
I guess
about
it's
it.
definitely what you're interested in because, like, I know of the pageants,
Mhm.
so I'm a pageant girl,
No, I
so
couldn't
I
care
know
less
the
about the
pageants
pageants.
are coming up. I know that there's one with all the different Caribbean,
Yeah.
ladies coming together. So I'm aware of that, but don't be rude. How you mean you couldn't care less about the pageants?
I mean, I'll go to a pageant.
Do you want me to say I couldn't
I'll
care
watch
less
it.
about your music?
I mean, who doesn't want to? What guy doesn't want to see
Good. Well,
pretty hot women?
rephrase
Right?
your statement,
Hot women.
sir.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Sick.
And like, I mean, and swimsuit contest. I'm there. You know.
I guess you do care about the pageants.
I'll take up all the front seats.
I am definitely calling this lady when I come off this radio. It's called blackmail. But we've had a pretty interesting morning. So
yeah.
today's TDC day.
So you're gonna go over and see if we get some cake?
Not a cake fan. Maybe if
No?
they had something
Really?
more savory.
I'm
Something
surprised.
cheesy, bacony
I'm
type
surprised.
of.
I always think cake is something girls like. You know.
I have my moods. But I'm afraid that there's going to be so many persons in front of me that there won't be any cake left by the time I get there.
I'm the kind of person with that kind of stuff. Like, I just stand back because you know how some people are just like,
Yeah.
it's like if it's free, take all.
I think
kind of
what
thing.
I'm more excited about is that they're finally getting more into e-commerce. I
Yes.
remember during
You remember
COVID,
when
it
Dominic was here?
Yeah,
And-
it was pretty annoying that you couldn't go online and get anything ordered when all of the supermarkets were doing, curbside delivery or just
Yeah.
at home delivery, just delivery. And they were out of it, and they're such a big company. So it was kind of a bummer. So I'm happy that they're now doing that.
Yeah.
And I really do wish them the best with that. It's something
Yeah.
that's definitely needed. So I'm more excited about that than the cake.
So you're not going to Antigua or Barbados for carnival or anything?
If only. No, I've had quite a number of things piling up. So
Let me ask you a question. As we're talking about the carnival, When you went to Trinidad, do you find it? You find it expensive? I mean,
oh,
because,
definitely it was expensive because of regional travel, the state that
no,
regional
aside
travel
from
is
that,
in.
but like when you're there,
apart from that, no.
food
What
and tickets?
so
and
most of the fetes were inclusive, which I see that's something that we're all doing now. So whatever ticket you bought, it came with food and drinks. For instance, Mashal was inclusive.
So the price you would say is
It was relative, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was decent.
Okay, but you didn't do any shopping, because I mean it's 6-1. So
didn't have the
what
time.
Is it 3-1 for us?
It's 6. It's 6-1 in Trinidad.
For EC,
and EC is 2.70.
Okay.
Still relatively stable. The only thing I shopped for were I have an obsession with those preserves that they make.
Oh yeah, like the
gooseberry and the
type
plums and the red
oh.
mango and tamarind ball.
Stop. Yes,
yeah.
I know. My aunt
that was the only thing I was interested in.
My aunt went to UE when I was a kid, so she used to bring back that. Remember I told you? She used to bring back that. I love that
I lived
stuff,
in Trinidad
man.
for a little over a year, and so I was addicted to that. Yes. And I have like a special company that I need to get them from and all that nonsense. So that was the only thing I went shopping for. And I did that like the day before I came back.
So
Other than that, I was too tired.
So you didn't bring any bus up shot or anything?
No, we have people that sell that and make that
I
here.
know, but the bus up shot one.
But Guyanese make bus up shot too.
Trent's wife had brought some for me one time. One time he had gave me some, and then I told her to bring some more. Because they're really good. It's because you know that one has it's
loose.
The ground up chickpeas in like sort of.
Okay, so now I feel like you're talking about doubles.
No, like they brought the wraps for rotis.
Okay, so the one that you're talking about with the peas inside is called dal puri.
Yeah, dal puri. Sorry,
right.
But he was
so
calling
the
a bus
roti,
up shot.
bus up shot roti is just roti that you clap to loosen it up.
Yeah.
And so there are like several different types of roti, but the bus up shot one is the one that you actually clap. Actually, that was my job in the house when Mommy used to make roti. I had to clap it hot.
We had to find a way to talk about food, huh?
Food is it. Food is life. But yeah, now you've made me hungry. Yeah. I'm officially hungry. Thank heavens that the show is over. I can go get food.
Yeah, I thought maybe you were going to crop over or so.
No.
But I know
no such
crop
luck.
over gets high points for the fetes. From my wife's cousin told me. I mean, because one of my wife's his cousins, he's a chef in Barbados, right?
Ooh.
And because one of her aunts is married to a Bayesian.
So the fetes are all inclusive.
Yeah,
with food and drink.
So he would go along with him. He'd go along with him. His name is God. I feel really bad now. Anyway,
focus on the food.
He'd go along with him, and he said, listen, if you really have no conception of like food choice and everything for these fish, he says lobster, all these things. You know how I was.
And of course, it goes like based on the type of ticket that you purchase, right?
No, just normal. This is not even talking VIP. This is just normal food. And then VIP is like a whole other level still. But then he probably. I mean, he's like a 5-star Michelin chef, huh? So
nice.
But I mean, so you know how I was complaining about music festival and the food.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't say it makes it sound like it was that
I really
bad.
wish
Just
I
that
had been
just
able to
wish there
visit
was-
that area. I mean, I didn't have any food complaints, but then again, if
But
I'm
you
going
in-
out to
but you're in
a
VIP, right?
festival, I don't really eat like that.
Okay.
And you know,
No, but the thing
probably
is-
like maybe just get like one meal so that if
Well,
I'm
yeah,
taking
but that's what
alcohol, I
was gonna
don't
say.
get drunk.
So I was gonna take you take the one meal and you're thinking okay, yeah. So you take the one meal and you're saying, okay, I want one meal, but then you go and then you're not really pleased with the choices, which was me. I mean, the cook up is fine, but then the second night now I was
you don't
like,
want to eat cook up every
I don't wanna
night.
eat cook up again.
Exactly.
What do I eat? You know.
Well, let's hope that things
I ended up
improve.
having cook up both nights, I think, because
No
there was
way.
yeah.
Let's hope that things improve. But we'll listen out for the music that comes out of these different fetes.
That's coming up on Voices. We have Money Matters coming up next. The doctor is outside, actually.
I saw him, so I'm gonna listen to see what you guys have to discuss today.
Okay.
Yes, and thank you guys for tuning in to Island Tea as always. Meet you back here tomorrow for some steaming hot Island Tea.
And you have a great day.
Thank you. Same to you.
Money Matters is next with Dr. Terrence Martin.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.